Please welcome back Olivia Munn.
Thank you. It is so nice to be here. I love it here.
Do you like that we invite you to come on as a guest and then we immediately put you to work?
I love it. This was when I got the call to be on The Daily Show. It was like, I mean, at that time it was like Jon Stewart was like, will always be the king of comedy, but to get that call to come on.
Oh yeah.
It was. I mean, I remember I was standing right over there. It was my first time. I was in the dark and I just was like, oh my gosh, and just remember I couldn't breathe. It's like, oh my God, I'm forgetting to breathe. So I was so nervous.
Yes.
It was just the best time of my life.
And it was probably a whirlwind, right? Did you get hired and then immediately put on the show?
I got hired, and then we knew that they're like, we're gonna have you on in 2 weeks. So there was like a 2 week of writing process behind the scenes.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
And this was 2011 when you were on?
2010. 2011, like 2010 to 2012.
Okay, I was meaning to ask you, do you mind if I finish that Go-Gurt that you left in the fridge? I did already. Do you think that's... I'll hope for the best.
You know what? They do have a lot of great snacks here.
They do.
Although, you guys wouldn't know because you're not inside the building like that, but you guys, Trevor did something to the inside of your offices, and it's not good. You guys, it used to be like all open and everybody could like look over their desks and talk to each other. Now it's like you're inside of a train car, right? It's like all compartmentalized.
Well, they tried to give everyone their individual space, but we're in really tight little spaces now. So it does feel like you're working inside of a shoebox.
Yeah. And it was already like my office back then was already really shitty.
Yeah.
So I can't, now they made them shittier.
They're even shittier.
Yeah.
They really are. You know, Paramount cuts. What do you do? I'm sorry, we don't have Apple TV money. Is it during crazy political times like this, are you just like, oh, thank God I don't have to cover news anymore?
Yeah. I don't think I could keep up with it. And honestly, I hear things, you know. I hear some things. Like today I heard something about the tariffs, and I was like, oh yeah, there's tariffs. And I knew I was coming on, so I learned more because I was coming on here.
Yeah.
But I kind of go through life kind of like I have 2 babies, I've got a lot of other stuff happening, so it's really hard to think about digesting all of the news that you have to.
God, that sounds so nice.
You know?
Just a day of that. Although you have been tapped in because you've been co-hosting the Today Show with Jenna in the last week. You've been fantastic. Has it been so much fun?
It's so much fun. It is. Thank you.
Yeah, she's great on there.
It's a very fun show to be on. It's just very easy.
Do they still give you copious amounts of Chardonnay?
No, they didn't this time.
They've let up.
Yeah, I think that was, maybe that's a Kathy Lee thing. But anyways, no, it's just very nice and pleasant.
You weighed in on the all-female space mission.
Yes, Blue Origin.
Blue Origin. Were you surprised by the response that you got from that?
You know, I was actually very happy to hear so many people feel the same way. They think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, tell them what you said,
Yeah, well, do you guys know what we're talking about? Good thing you don't. I mean, but they are going on this press. It's like I can't. Who all's in it? It's there's a group of women. Jeff Bezos's wife, Lauren Sanchez, Katy Perry, Gayle King. They're going to space. They're calling it this whole like a female exploration. Or I don't know. They were on the cover of Elle magazine as if they were like making history.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, the things that threw me was that they said. They're going to put the ass in astronaut.
Did they say that?
They said it out loud, Desi. I think Katy Perry said that, and they all talked about going in full glam. And I think it was Gayle King talking about my eyelash glue. I couldn't take it. I just was so annoyed by that. Here's my biggest issue with that. This big press push feels like they think they are shattering some outer space glass ceiling. But I think it's just a girls' trip. Like, I'm pretty sure that's all it is.
Women will stop at nothing for just a good old-fashioned girl show. I will say, though, as a woman on this planet in this moment in time, I do love the idea of launching myself into outer space.
Well, can I just tell you this? I will say that. If this was all about feminism for them, they wouldn't be putting themselves on that rocket.
Right.
There are so many female astronauts who have been training their whole lives to go into space and haven't gotten that call. Give them your seat. Let them have that seat. These are the least qualified people to be in space. And by the way, it's not even space. We could see them right now. Like, it's that easy. Like, they're not going up very far.
I think it's an 11-minute mission, right?
11? You're calling it a mission? She's calling it a mission. What's the mission? What's their mission? Tell me.
To put the ass in astronaut, I guess. I guess.
Well, now they're done training, I heard.
Well, there's so much to. I
know.
Now
What was
you've
the
got me
training?
invested in this story.
Well, I only had to get invested because they forced it onto us by telling us in the press all about it, and we were such a big press push.
Oh my God.
I have more to say. I want to do an hour podcast on it.
All right. Well, we'll put out an extended cut.
Oh my gosh, we should.
Congratulations on marrying your love, the brilliant John Mulaney.
Thank you very much.
Last year. Thank you. You have 2 beautiful babies, Malcolm and May. I follow you on Instagram, and your baby content is very impressive. Those
that
kids.
makes me so happy because that's pretty much all the content I have. That's all I have.
What has it been like being at home? Who's the fun parent of the 2 of you?
You know, funny you ask, because people would think John, because, like, you know, of his history. But he is the strict parent.
Really?
Yeah. And it does become like a little bit of an issue. Like, John will say, like the other day, he was like, Malcolm, no throwing balls in the house. And then he leaves, and I said, Malcolm, do you want to throw the ball in the house?
You are bad.
Well, you know, I grew up in a family of 5. John grew up in a family of 4. So similar, but the difference is, like, we were like in martial arts as kids. We were like really physical. We fought. I do not think there was, like, you know, hand-to-hand combat in John's family growing up. It's a very different Irish Catholic kind of upbringing. So I like things to be a little bit more rowdy. And the other day, Malcolm said, Mama, can we throw the beach ball up to the fan in the ceiling? And I said, yeah, should we turn it on first? And then we do that. The ball goes flying. It breaks a glass, obviously. And then John comes in. He's like, Olivia, what are you thinking? It's what he says to me a lot. And it's true. And then he said, you know what I realized? The kind of parent that you are, he told me that I'm like Drop Dead Fred as a parent. Do you guys know Drop Dead?
Great movie.
You guys too young? Some people are nodding. Some people are old enough like us.
Yes, thank you.
Look up Drop Dead Fred. I mean, I was like, oh yeah, I am Drop Dead Fred as a parent.
You're the imaginary best friend.
I'm the imaginary best friend that's like, do whatever. Let's like make mud pies in the living room. Who cares?
I think you're flipping gender stereotypes. I fully support this because you know all about the fun dads and then the moms have to come in. But no, you're a fun mom. I think you own that.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. You should be proud of that. Are you having fun doing this?
Are you kidding me?
No.
I'm just waiting for them to pull the rug out from under me.
You guys are doing so great. It's so fun to watch you guys.
Thank
I
you
remember
for
when I
saying
came out, I see you guys on the banners outside. When I was here for 2 years, I never got a banner.
You never got a banner?
Never got. I asked John a few times ago, can I get the banner?
We got to get you a banner.
Oh my gosh, give me a banner now.
Just an honorary
That would be
banner.
nice. And maybe next time I come, you can put one up for the day.
We will absolutely.
Yeah, and then you can
present
take it back down.
Yeah, and then we'll take it back down. It'll be an 11-minute mission. It'll be fine. You actually took quite a bit of time away from acting to spend the time with your family. You had Malcolm, and you were very open about experiencing postpartum depression.
Yeah, postpartum anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah, so I had been prepared for postpartum depression because we hear so much about it. But postpartum anxiety came on, and it was, I don't know if anyone here has gone through that or their partners have, but it is one of the worst experiences of my life. It came on like a month or 2 after I had Malcolm, and I woke up at 4 a.m., my eyes just pop open, and I start going, and I keep breathing like that all day long, and I keep waking up like that every day at 4 a.m. for a year.
Oh my God.
For a full year. I couldn't breathe. I just had so much anxiety, and there was no actual thoughts, and thank God I didn't have any thoughts of self-harm or harming others. I have so much compassion and sympathy for mothers who are going through that, and I think that people don't understand it enough, and we're not compassionate enough about what it's like to be a mother and to birth a baby and everything that happens to your body and the hormones. But it was incredibly difficult, but I did make it through to the other side.
Well, the fact that you're so openly discussing it is so helpful to so many other women who have experienced it. You've also been incredibly open about your breast cancer diagnosis, which is not just courageous, but an incredibly generous thing to do. I can't even imagine deciding that in that moment in time, everything you were going through. What made you want to share your story?
Well, there was a few reasons, but the biggest is that I was looking back on photos with myself and my son, and there was this one video I had of me and him, and I was laughing and we're playing, and I had a clear mammogram, like just around that same time, but I had cancer and I didn't know it. And the way that my cancer was found was because my doctor did the lifetime risk assessment test. It's this free online test. It takes a few minutes to take. And I link it in my Instagram bio just because there's a very specific one that does the best calculation. It's the Tyrer-Cuzick test. And she took it and she said, your score is 37.3%. Anything above 20% is considered high risk. She sent me to get an MRI. And after that, I was diagnosed with multifocal, multi-quadrant, bilateral breast cancer, stage 1. Yeah.
With a clear mammogram.
Clear mammogram, clear ultrasound, clear genetic testing for any genetic cancer, so no BRCA or anything like that. I was doing everything I thought I had to do to take care of myself. This test has been around for a very long time. It's just not something people have heard about a lot, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. I said, I told Jon, if every woman just knew that they could have their own score right there and take it to their doctor, it could just change their life and save their life. And that's why I made the decision to talk about it.
Such a generous thing for you to do. And you've had women come up to you and say, thank you so much for sharing that. You've impacted other women's lives by sharing that.
That's the thing that I was not expecting. Because when I was diagnosed, the first thing I said to Jon was like, don't tell anybody. We're not telling anybody. And it wasn't that I was embarrassed or ashamed. I couldn't deal with other people's worry. You know, if I didn't want to tell my mom, I didn't want to hear my sister worry and panic. I didn't want my mom to cry. And then I realized very soon that he needs support as well. So I said, let's just tell whoever we need to tell. But the sisterhood of women who have gone through this, it's so beautiful and so amazing. And every time someone comes up and says something to me or wants to stop and talk to me about their own journey or their mother or sister or their wives, it sounds a little cheesy, but I do get healed a little bit more every single time. And it's a strange thing to say it, but, and I can only say it because I've made it through to this side, but I would happily go through cancer all over again if it meant that I could reach out to this many people and save this many people's lives. 1,000,000%, I would do it all over again.
I'm so grateful that you're on the other side of it now and you're healthy. And now you have you're back to work. You have this incredible new show.
Yeah, thanks.
And you took some time off, but tell us what was so enticing about this project. Was it Jon Hamm's penis? It doesn't just star Jon Hamm's penis. Olivia's also in it. And Amanda P. Great cast.
Yes. It was Apple TV, which I think that they do the coolest content, and then Jon Hamm, Jonathan Tropper, and I love that we're meeting these people, Jon Hamm and myself specifically, at this time in their life where their lives are crumbling. It's about the 1%ers in the country, and these people who are born into wealth and have everything that you think that you could ever want or need. And Jon Hamm's character loses everything and starts to steal from his rich friends and neighbors to keep up his facade. And my character is the only one in the world that wasn't born into wealth. She has a blue-collar upbringing, and she married into this. So we meet my character in the middle of a divorce on the precipice of losing everything. And I really, I find it fascinating to watch people who have so much lose it all. Mm-hmm.
It's a great premise. I mean, there's a ton of conflict. You're phenomenal in it. The two of you have such great chemistry. There's like a fun banter. There's like a fun rhythm to the show.
Yeah, that's Jonathan Tropper's dialogue. He's a fantastic novelist and writer, and Jon Hamm is an executive producer on this, so he had his hand in everything as well.
It's great. And your scenes with Amanda Peet are phenomenal. I mean, so far that's my favorite episode. She's so good in it.
Yeah,
the two of you together are very,
thanks.
very good.
Yeah, I love her so
And it just got picked up for a second season. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I adore you. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on everything. Thank you for having so much fun with us. We miss you dearly, but we're so happy for all of your success.
Thank you
everything
so much.
going on.
I appreciate that.
Your friends and neighbors.